All right, it is 5:15, May 6th. I will go ahead and call the meeting to order. Ashley, you want to do roll call, please?
Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Here.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Here.
Kroger? Here. Kelly? Here. Thank you.
Aye. Who's starting? Aye.
Richard.
Richard. We've all got,
Switching it up.
good thing you're, time delayed or whatever you are out there somewhere, so. Okay, we've got the agenda. I've got the amended agenda. I don't think there's any amendments to the amendment, right?
Nope.
Or is there a motion to approve the agenda? It's been amended.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Nippert, second by Shaven.
Roll call Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger? Aye. Kelly? Aye. Thank you.
Any conflicts that everybody has, state them now, or bullet light bulb goes off, say it when they come up, so. Hearing none. Under consent agenda, these are all under one motion, one roll call. We have minutes of the April 15th council meeting, April 16th special council meeting, claims list 1337, the amount of $650,890.17. Everybody got, look at those, any questions? I think the sheriff's payment was the majority of that one, our quarterly. And a truck, right, a dump truck?
There were actually two
March.
quarterly payments to
To the 20.
the,
Why was it two this day? Is it just 'cause-
we didn't get an invoice
Oh,
Plus.
okay.
one of the quarters,
So
so.
they were working
I
for
was looking
free?
at the budget, and I'm like, well, we're a little low
Free
on
for
that.
next 90
so-
days.
Wow.
Interest free. Time
Sweet.
value of money over
What
here.
a sweet deal. Okay. Hearing no questions on that. Renewal application of Shelby County Fair Corporation Special Class C Retail Alcohol License, which runs from June 1st, 25 to February 1st to 26. Motion for the consent agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly? Aye. Thank you.
Next, we need to receive and file the insurance committee minutes from April 18th of 2025 meeting.
Motion to receive and file those.
Second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Nippert.
Roll call Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Abstain,
Is there attachments on this?
right? Do I have to abstain from the minutes?
No,
I think so.
probably not.
Just the next
No.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Aye.
Peterson. 36 Peterson.
Out of that meeting, we have the recommendation to renew the health, dental, vision insurance effective July 1st, 2025. I think it was, health was zero change, percentage change, dental up about 8%.
Yep.
Mine looks small together.
Vision, why can't vision go up a little bit more than 2%? 2.05% for the eye guys.
Talk to your actuaries.
I know.
You're so efficient.
Yeah, I am true. Yeah, that's what I should say. Thanks, Joe.
You get two for the price of one.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah. Should charge
You're
double.
hoping, you're
We should be
hoping.
charging double. We're giving you guys a discount. One price for two. All right, is there a motion to that recommendation coming out of the insurance committee?
I move.
Second.
Motion by Shaven, second by Kroger.
Roll call Peterson?
Aye.
Lindberg?
Aye.
Nippert?
Aye.
Shaven?
Aye.
Kroger?
Aye.
Kelly?
Abstain.
Thank you.
Next, we need to authorize publication and set the public hearing date of May 20th, 2025 for the fiscal year 24-25 budget amendment.
We're here again. I attached the revenues and the expenses, just all the projects we didn't plan on or did plan on and they're not happening, or major expenses like hail. That was a big thing for insurance. We got the checks for that in July, so.
Anybody have any questions for Ashley?
So when's the last date we can file the amended budgets?
May 31st.
31st, so you're a month in advance roughly?
Well, we'll have the public hearing on the 20th and then.
20th, but then you publish 31st, okay,
No, I'm gonna publish it and it'll be in Friday's paper.
okay,
And then
Public
we'll have the
meeting.
public hearing on
okay.
the 20th and then we'll make the amendments.
We only have to have one public hearing, right, on that,
Yep.
correct? Okay. I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Shaven.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
Then we need to review and approve the street closing, review and approve the 4th of July fireworks display and street closing July 4th, 2025 from 4 PM until midnight on the 5th. This is the, down at JJ
Yep.
fireworks. Do we always close the street down there? Is it the back street or which street do we close?
That back street.
The little
Yeah, that
the unnamed street?
That no-name street.
Okay.
I just have a question. Is the ordinance that was also attached in our packet says July 4 from noon until 11 PM. Do we need to match those hours or not? Curious question.
Might just be the street, right?
I think the street
Give
closing
you an
might be
hour.
what's until
Oh,
midnight.
gotcha. Okay.
I think the fireworks
Not
are
necessarily
usually done way
display.
before.
Okay.
Yeah, we usually don't start fireworks until after 9.
Sure, until it gets
It's gotta be
dark.
after dusk. And this year, we're hoping, fingers crossed, haven't got it confirmed yet, that we're gonna have some of the high school choir and some of the high school band there to play patriotic music while the fireworks are going on.
Nice. Very good, thank you.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Second?
Motion by Lindberg, second by Shaven.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven.
You might want to change the date to 7:05 AM though, probably. Sorry.
They did.
We did, that's what's on the
Yes,
amended.
Correct, amended.
There's the amended.
Oh, man, I didn't read the amended, sorry.
The amended.
That's what was amended, was those couple
Like I
of
said, I read
dates.
down on the email chain. My apologies. I stand corrected. Approved as amended.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right. Then we need to review and approve the street closing for the Relay for Life, May 30th, 2025, 4 PM until 10:30 PM.
And I noticed on the application, that's the same thing they asked us last year, so nothing's changed differently with that, so.
No.
That's a Friday again.
I'll move to approve.
Second?
Motion by Kroger, second by Shaven.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
Then, review and approve fireworks display at 3034 Country Club Parkway on July 5th from 9 PM until 12 AM.
And so that is supposed to be
Somebody
Saturday,
think they're
right?
getting married?
Someone's
Holy
getting married and wants to have
smokes.
fireworks.
It's a little late, isn't it?
Well, it does say let off fireworks for the wedding after dusk.
Oh.
So,
It may not go that long, but because it doesn't allow it on the 5th, I wanted to get it approved, so that's why.
Just join the rest of the club in the area, you'd be fine.
I know, but still,
So
when you
will they
work
have
for the
fireworks
city,
two
you
nights
kind
down
of
there?
want
Nobody'd say.
No, these are at her house.
Oh.
to set an example.
And
I
have you
would-
talked to your neighbors?
yeah, we need to recommend
That
this
would
for a
be-
second review.
Just my question. It's a serious question.
Yes, they know that it's all going on.
You just basically invite them all and then you know, whatever.
Sometimes
do.
those doggies don't like fireworks.
Yeah.
So, yes.
She's doing it legally.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Kroger, second by Lindberg.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger,
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
We need to review and approve the seasonal pool parks job description.
So there has never been a official job description for the seasonal
No?
work.
This is a whole new one drafted, so,
Yep.
and the attorney looked at it.
so we're good in that.
Young minds, weak back, doesn't fly, huh? Show up and work hard.
Unfortunately, not this day and age.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'll
Figured
make that
we
motion.
updated the rest of them, might as well.
Yeah.
Get them all.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Nippert.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert, Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
Man, we gotta slow this down a little bit.
I do hour long. I don't know what you do.
2 minutes for slow. We're good.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep going. Okay.
resolution number 2602, approving the budgeted sewer transfers for fiscal year 24-25. Anybody have any concerns, questions about that?
It's pretty laid out in the resolution there, so with the transfers from capital equipment and capital improvements, so
Yep.
basically just need authorization to transfer and go. I will make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Lindberg, second by Kroger.
Roll call Peterson,
Aye.
Lindberg,
Aye.
Nippert,
Aye.
Shaven,
Aye.
Kroger.
Aye.
Kelly.
Aye.
Thank you.
Well, Jarvis, you've got an hour or two to do what you want to say. What you want to say. City Administrator's report.
So I worked in several grants through the Iowa Economic Development Authority. There's a Destination Iowa and Community Attraction and Tourism, the CAT grant. So I received a response from the CAT grant team. We're aiming for 200,000. We applied for a little bit higher than that, but you have to have 80-20. So based on that percentage, they say probably will be somewhere around 200,000. So there's some additional documents that they need from us. I'll be working with Tim to put all those numbers together and submit that so we can get reviewed with their boards. I attended several meetings, the Chamber of Commerce, County Board of Supervisor, weather briefing meeting with Alex Landa from EMA, HMU Board Supervisor meeting, Parents Teacher Organization group, I belong to that group, it's the PTO group from my high school. Department head meeting today, we just updated each other what's going on, what's the new project, and Jeff everybody kind of explained themselves what they're doing out there, so it's kind of nice to get together and hear each department work, and also to sharing responsibilities from each department. I volunteered on Saturday for the Dream Playground at the Pioneer Park. Ashley was there, and Tim and myself, and it wasn't a good turnout, but it was fun seeing people in the community come in and participate in the 5K, so.
You ran a 5K?
No, I was grilling.
Did Ashley? No?
No.
And had a telephone meeting with John, and we discussed about bonding option, and he's here today to go look at those future projects and what different scenarios and see what we can do. And I contacted Todd Peniston and from Visitor and Scott Flagg from Iowa DOT regarding proposed construction of retention pond at Harlan Country Club. So there's some additional information they need from the DOT. Once we get that, we can be able to submit the paperwork.
The deadline for that one's up this month, is that?
Yes, yeah, we're planning on the 21st of this month, but
Okay.
if they delay that, we'll push it to June.
Okay.
And I think that's all I got.
Jarvis, have you heard anything on the library director position? I know we
Yes.
have a meeting this coming Monday with the board.
Yeah, so she kind of mentioned there's a candidate that she reached out to. They're going to schedule a meeting,
There's an interview on
interview on
Thursday.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
she said she might be a good candidate she came from another library.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay. Nice. Yep.
so,
Thanks.
And her last day is May 30th.
Yes, I know.
And so if anyone wants to have, or wish her good luck, they're having drinks and appetizers at the west side at 5 o'clock on the 30th.
On the 30th.
So,
Also, there will be an open house at the library
Okay.
on, I believe, the
she's going on
22nd?
22nd?
Yes, I think it's, I took away my note on it, but I believe that there's gonna be an open house during the day on the 22nd,
Okay.
so. Thank you. You're welcome.
And also had a visitor from Senator Jenny Ern's office, Brittany Rockwell. She came over and introduced herself, and we exchanged numbers to see if I need anything, I can reach out to her and see if we can help. So, that's all I got.
Anybody have anything for Jarvis? Questions?
Busy man, appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have anything under my report tonight. Todd Beleen, Shelby County Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Good evening, everyone.
You got an hour or so, Todd, whatever do you need?
Well, reminder that May is National Mental Health Awareness Month, so you're going to see a lot of activities in the month of May around that. And the first one that we have is going to be Thursday, May 15th. Will be the second annual Mental Health Action Walk hosted by Murtu Medical Center. We'll gather at Pioneer Park at the Pine Street Shelter, and the walk is scheduled from 5:30 to 7:30. And then, because we all did a great job spring cleaning and getting a lot of stuff out of our house, you can now run to Heroes Attic until the 17th, because they've got a buy one, get one. And you can put the furniture that you threw away right back in your house. We have a couple of ribbon cuttings and an ambassador visit. The two ribbon cuttings are this Saturday. At 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll be down at Mulberry Market and have a ribbon cutting for them. And then at 5 o'clock on Saturday, we'll be out at the North Course because they're having their grand reopening celebration. So they're having a golf tournament at 10, and then we're guessing roughly they'll be done at 5, so then we'll have the grand reopening, ribbon cutting, and celebration out there. And then on the 23rd, we have a meet and greet ambassador visit at 9 a.m. at Milk and Honey, and that's to celebrate them being in Harlan for 10 years. I know, I was kind of like, it's been 10 years already, but yeah, it's been 10 years.
What was the date and time on that again, Todd?
9 a.m. for Milk and Honey. And the 23rd is the date, Friday.
Thank you.
If you know of anyone who is interested, there is a CNA course right now at Iowa Western Community College that they're taking registrations for through May 23rd. The actual course will run from the 30th to June 13th, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. But they have this program that's called Education to Employment. We have that program now. So even though the tuition is $595, people can qualify for free tuition for that course. And they just have to reach out to Debbie Crossan at Iowa Western Community College to get information as to if they qualify for that free tuition. We have a roving readers walking club that's hosted by the library. It's going to start Tuesdays at 9:30, starting on May 20th. And it'll just be a 15 to 20 minute walk, starting at the Pioneer Street Shelter at Pioneer Park. And then after the walk, there'll be a short story and a snack for kids. So they'll do that under the shelter. Then we have a pretty important meeting coming up on June 4th. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Turkleton Center. And it's called Tornado Disaster Lessons Learned. So we put together a panel of some of the people who were impacted by the tornado. And then we also have representatives like from the insurance world and other areas that, to talk about not only things that you should be preparing for in case something like this would happen to either your home or your business, but also like for the businesses, we'll discuss, do you have a plan to get your business back up and running in an alternate site? And if, what are you going to do about your employees? Because that was actually like Scott McLaughlin, that was one of his biggest concerns, was he had all these wonderfully trained employees and he didn't want to lose them, but he also understood that they couldn't live on unemployment alone. So, so he's going to talk a little bit about how he addressed that.
What day was that?
So that's going to be on June 4th from 6:30 to 8:30. And that'll be at the Turkleton Center. And just a couple of other quick ones. This Thursday, there'll be a sip and shop party from 4 to 6 at Ruby J's. She's got some new designs and a lot of things to show off for the spring. And then Friday night, down at Milk and Honey, Faye Porter's International Jazz Quartet will be there. The tickets are $18 for pre-sale and $20 at the door. The doors will open at 6 and the show will start at 7:30. So that should be a great night of music. Okay,
That has a local kid in it, doesn't it?
I believe so, yes, yeah.
That's
I-
Faye.
I-
Faye Porter.
Probably not a kid anymore.
Faye Porter.
Yeah.
The man.
Okay.
Okay, the Wayne band.
All right. And that's it for the chamber for tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
This
Todd.
time. Mr. Utilities, Joe Ruschenberg.
Man, mine's gonna be about half that. Even if I talk slow. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Joe.
Good evening.
I got about 4 items. Kind of the usual updates on some of the projects. Overhead to underground conversion project. Burns Electric, pretty typical, working on pulling wire, setting equipment, and connecting services. Still kind of in that Utility Avenue, Hawkeye Avenue area is where they're working south of the county. Their boring subcontractor is back in town to finish a few small bores and then work on seeding and other restoration. So we get that kind of caught up. Our raw water system improvements project, Cahoy Pumping Service is scheduled to start drilling on the deep well on May 19th. Guess I won't hold my breath, but that's what we're told so far. They will work on abandoning the old borehole this week or next, before they get in actually with the drill rig. Item 3, a subcontractor for Cahoy Pump Service started drilling a test hole on the west side of the river to determine if we could hit the same deep aquifer that we're on, going to be drilling this new well into. Basically, I think I talked a little bit sometime back. It was kind of one of those, it's actually on Checker Seed Company's property. They've got some property on the west side of the river. We got HMU, or the city's got some on the east side of the river. If we determine that that's a suitable spot for wells with this test boring, we're gonna go ahead and then do some land swap. So at least then whatever they have on, the west side of the river, we're just gonna swap it, just kind of clean it up to where the river will be the common property line in between Checker Seed Company and the city, or our well field area. So I guess we'll find out. I think stopped down and talked to that contractor a couple times today. They should finish up tomorrow morning. He was about hopefully he'll get to about 200 feet tonight before he quits, and then get the other 100 feet done. Because we're looking at, should be about that same elevation or depth as our proposed well on the east side, at that 315-ish from the existing ground. So hopefully we get positive results, so then in the future we can possibly put another deep well in on the west side of the river and tie that in with our new piping that we put in with this project. So. And then lastly, I guess just if you're down going east out of town, you'll notice the line of construction is started replacing that roof on the light plant. That we had that windstorm back in, was it August? That took part of the roof off of the old light plant. Insurance covered, I don't know the exact percentage, but insurance covered about 3/4 of the cost. So they're getting that put on here this week. It'll probably take 3-4 days by the time they get everything done. So just getting that taken care of. That's all I got. Any questions for me?
Our cable department, 30 years?
Oh, yes. We are celebrating 30 years of cable and internet in town. 1995 is when that was rolled out and voted on. So, and then we're going to have some new offerings with some IPTV, internet-based TV, kind of going away from the cable, just because of, John and I were talking too, program costs are just kind of the killer as far as a traditional cable TV. So that'll be something we'll be rolling out July 1, Jenny, right?
And then also too, we're looking at transitioning to a SIP type telephone offering also. Part of that, I guess part of the lure of that is that it's gonna be free long distance. And then also a lot of, all the features will be free also, call waiting and stuff, so it's gonna be a lot better offering too on our phone side, so that'll be rolling out too, at the same time.
Times are certainly changing.
Yes. Yeah, we're trying to keep up, I guess,
Yeah.
with technology, so.
Anything else for Joe?
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
So,
I guess I'll go back to mine. I do have one comment. We had some people in town last week, got here Sunday, left Tuesday, and they're in their 80s from California. She's from Denison, he's from the Manila area. They come back once, twice a year to just check on their area, and they were just fell in love with, they've been to Harlan before, but we walked, they like to walk. So we walked from our place downtown over to the Historical Museum, very impressed with our museum. And I was too, I hadn't been in there since they've done some different things since I was in there. And we showed up and it was like 3:30, 3:35, and Megan just pulled up because she had to go get her kids at school. And they thought that was so hometownish that the person that's running the place took a 10-minute break, go get her kids, and came back and let us in and showed us around and did all that stuff. And then we walked, we'd walk by the football field, walked up to the cemetery, and I called an Uber and got a ride back, and they walked along. So, trying to keep up with the 80-year-olds. But they just, over and over and over, just how she's from Denison, and they've talked about coming back to live, but she said, I wouldn't move back there. I'd move back to Harlan in a heartbeat just because of what's happened in here and what's going on. So she was just very impressed, and he was too. So I have to pass that on. I hear it a lot, but in our downtown and all that kind of stuff. But it's just good to hear it, the positive things that we have going on. And it is, you think about it, if you drive through other towns in our state, downtowns they're empty sometimes, and I think the city has been a big part of that, encouraging people to stay there and improve things. I think Pizza Ranch is going to start doing their facade in a week or two. I don't know how many we have left, not very many. So it looks very nice down there. So I just want to add that in there. Any comments from the public?
Yeah, that's great, Mayor. And just next time you have somebody giving us such great comments,
Yeah.
That always makes a great commercial for Harlan to get out on social media when you get somebody from California talking about how great Harlan.
I bet they would
Come back.
Yeah, they'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anybody up here have any comments?
I was going to ask about a project.
Okay.
I know Jarvis doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah, he's just been sitting around, right?
And it's just a curiosity, we've seen a lot of these motorized skateboards, scooters, flying around town. I guess everything I've read, it kind of falls under bicycle policies. I don't know, I think that's something we need to take a look at, maybe locally. I just sure would hate to see a child get hurt or killed flying on one of those motorized
I see a lot of them downtown going the
scooters.
wrong way on the square.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, I've heard several questions, comments, what do we have? Do we have a policy? Do we not? How does the state regs fall into all of that? I mean, there's lots to consider, I get that.
I know we currently don't have one.
We don't have one, yeah, I couldn't find one, but that doesn't mean we didn't have one. But anyway, I just
I'll be
think
able to
that's
locate
something, not for tomorrow or anything like that, but I think that is, as a community, I think that's a safety issue. That, especially with summertime coming, school out, pool open, that kind of thing. So anyway, Jarvis, you got that?
I got it.
Okay. I just think it's something we need to look at.
We do, and I would agree with you on that, because we get a lot of calls at the office from people wanting to report, like,
Yeah.
what's the enforcement that can be done on that? There's,
Yeah. And most
Yeah.
of them don't have helmets
Are
on,
they supposed to be on the
there's no
sidewalk,
bike
supposed to be on the
flags,
street, or where are they supposed to be?
Sidewalk, street, wrong way,
Yeah.
and they're moving. I mean, it's not slow
And even if they're wearing a
skateboard
helmet,
pace.
that wasn't going to save them. So
Yeah.
and they're fearless, so.
Thanks.
Anybody else?
Ashley got to experience Elvis.
I did get to experience Elvis.
Was he good?
Are you changed now? Is
I
it
am.
better or worse?
It was fun to watch all the old ladies.
What was Kyle doing?
No,
Was Kyle, he probably knew all the songs. Was he singing
Kyle
along?
wasn't there,
He
but
wasn't?
He's on stage, that's where he was. You never saw Superman either, did
We had
you?
something come up, so I graciously donated the tickets to some people.
You're like president of the fan club, aren't you?
Yeah, it was good.
He's the executive director.
but all the older ladies would like go up and give him a kiss on the cheek and like pat him down, get rid of the sweat.
Did anybody faint?
No.
I just had to get that on the side. That's it. Otherwise, nothing from my chair.
Okay. With that, I will adjourn the meeting on Elvis. So,